Thank you for attending our webinar today about color label printing. Now, Pacific Barcode has been in business since 1999, and we truly are a complete label printing solutions company. We provide a full gamut of products and services, including label manufacturing, label printing. We're value-added resellers for Affinia, VIP Color, and Epson, and we carry things like scanners and label software, finishing units, applicators, really a lot more. We have experience with a large number of applications working with a myriad of companies across the globe. So whatever your application, whatever your industry, we have the successful experience to be your go-to label solutions company. The traditional way of label printing is to go to a printing company and have your labels either offset printed or flexo printed. And because of the initial pre-press and press setup, your labels have become dramatically cheaper the more that you buy. And because of this, many companies will order way more than they need to get that price point. And then when they have product or design changes, they either keep them and put them on the shelf and accumulate old outdated products, or they toss them. And either way, those unused labels skew the original price that you thought you were getting. For example, you buy 10,000 labels at 6 cents a label. Good price, right? You throw away half of them. Now those labels that you really thought you were paying 6 cents for, they now cost you 12 cents. The new way of label printing is using digital label printing equipment. And with the printing equipment that's on the market today, you have the ability to run exactly the number of labels that you need as you need them. In fact, you can run as few as one label. You can customize each label so it's unique, or you can customize a batch. And being able to do this allows for things like printing the label and the sell-by date or the batch information, so on. With digital label printing, you truly have a just-in-time, print-on-demand environment with no waste, no storage, and really easy digital workflow. So, how do you know that you need just-in-time printing? It's simple. If you're looking for ways to save money and you have your labels ready when you need them, just-in-time printing is a solution. You're going to avoid long label production cycles. You can even do A/B testing where you can print a couple of different styles of the same label to see which gives better traction with your customers. And with just-in-time printing, you can design your label, you can proof it, and you can be in production in minutes instead of days. So Pacific Barcode has a couple of solutions for you. If you want your labels printed without the capital investment of equipment, we can print them for you. But if you want ultimate control, we can be your full service company, providing you with everything you need, right? We can provide you with the equipment, the blank labels, the label software and support. And this eliminates a lot of issues. Since we are a label manufacturer and we sell and support the equipment, you're going to be assured that everything will work together seamlessly. As a converter, we can provide all of your labels too. We can provide labels for your existing printers, including those thermal transfer direct thermal printers you have, and for color inkjet printers. In addition, for either your existing or your new printers, we carry the full spectrum of ribbons, inks, printheads, gosh, everything you need to manage that label production. As you're looking at what you need for labels, really the first consideration that you should have is what's the environment that the label is going to be in, and how long do you need that label to last? If you're putting a label on a box of shoes that's going into a retail store, you can go with either a paper, matte, or gloss label. However, if you're placing a label on shampoo or skincare products, you may want to use something that will withstand the contents of that container spilling onto the label. Things that might be refrigerated or placed in the freezer have different requirements, and we can work with you every step of the way to make sure that you have the right label for the right product. So let's talk about labels first. If you take a blank label and you look at each of the components of the label, starting from the very bottom to the very top, you'd start with the liner. The liner is the backing that houses the label, and typically this is just a little bit wider than the width of the label. On the label side of the liner, you have a release coat, and this is a slick coating that keeps the label from sticking to the liner. Then you have the label. The bottom of the label has a pressure-sensitive adhesive, which is what allows the label to stick to whatever you're going to affix it to. Now, there's a variety of different adhesives depending on your needs. And these range from all temp to repositionable, removable, and permanent. Again, let us know what your application is and we can provide the best solution for you. Then there's the face stock. This is the label side of the label. This is the type of substrate or label material, and this can be paper, polypropylene, synthetic, and destructive. And as we talked about before, you would pick the type of face stock depending on your application. Finally, there's the top coating. And there's a different top coating for each printing method. So for thermal transfer, you need something that would be receptive to that type of printing, as you would for color inkjet printing, and you can't use one in a different technology. Your next consideration when determining what type of color inkjet printer you want is what the majority of labels will be used for, and in turn, what kind of ink do you need? And there's three basic kinds of ink, ranging from dye-based ink, then there's enhanced dye-based ink, and pigment-based inks. And they range from some water fastness and water resistance to those pigment-based inks being completely waterproof. You know, if you want us to print your some label samples for you from your artwork, let us know and we'll gladly provide you with those samples so you can do your own testing on your products to make sure that your needs and expectations are met. Just give us a call, go to our website, and we can definitely help you with that. Then there's DPI, or dots per inch, and the higher the resolution, the sharper the quality of the image. So if you think about your typical office laser printer, you're printing probably at 300 DPI. So in 1 square inch, you have 300 dots going across, 300 dots going down. You multiply those together. 300 times 300 is 90,000 dots that you're controlling as you print. And you get image and color blends and shading by positioning the ink within this grid of dots by really, in effect, turning them on and off. With 600 DPI, you don't have twice the dots. You have 600 across and 600 down, so 600 times 600 is 360,000 dots. We'll be talking about the memjet printer shortly, which allow for 1600 by 1600 DPI. And the reason this technology is so amazingly beautiful and photorealistic is that you have within 1 square inch 2,560,000 dots that you're controlling. So the more control you have in that 1 inch by 1 inch square, you're going to have just much more photorealism. And now let's talk about how easy it is to print. All of the printers that we're going to be talking about come with what's called a printer driver. And installing this is just as easy as it is to install an office printer. Once installed, you can print your label printer. You can print to your label printer, rather, from any application: Illustrator, Photoshop, Adobe Acrobat, even Microsoft Word. Simply design your artwork, select the printer, choose the quantity, and gosh, you're printing right away. The other way that you can print is by using a label printing program, and we carry a whole bunch of different ones, ranging from TechLinks and Bartender, and what we're showing you here, which is Nice Label. Nice Label gives you kind of a Microsoft Word looking interface where absolutely no programming skills are necessary. Here, let me go to the Pacific Barcode website real quick. Let me show you where you can download a free 30-day unrestricted trial of Nice Label. So we're going to go to pacificbarcode.com. We're going to click on software, navigate to Nice Label, and then click on the green box right here. And simple, you can just sign up to get that download of the program. We talked about variable data printing at the beginning of this presentation, and with most versions of Nice Label and other software packages, setting up your label for variable data is pretty easy. It's easy as using an Excel spreadsheet. You enter in all of your data, the location of your artwork on your hard drive or server, put in the quantity of labels you want to print, and then easy as pie, you map those fields to where you want them to print on the label. You can even have the software generate your UPC or other barcode types as well. Before we start talking about printers, let's recap for just a second. So what are all the different considerations? How many labels are you planning on printing per day or per week? What size labels are you going to be printing? How are the labels going to be used? That's those environmental concerns. And how critical is the color imagery? So call us or email us, and we can walk you through all of those considerations. Let me show you the Pacific Barcode website again. We're going to do a brief overview of a number of printers, but if you want much more technical information, let's go to the website, again, pacificbarcode.com. Click on Color Printers. Now you can see all of them on the Color Printer page. Click on any of the printers and you'll go there, and then from there you can scroll down, download a brochure, and even watch a video. And there's some great information on our site. The most important part of a label printer is the printhead, and Memjet was an early inventor of what's called fixed head technology. This means as you're printing your label, no matter how wide it is, it's printing all the way across the label. Many inkjet printers have what's called serial printers that kind of zip back and forth across the paper. This waterfall technology printhead prints fast and effectively, allowing for speeds up to 12 inches per second on that VP 700 series printer and 8 inches per second on the VP 600. And this is thermal heat technology, meaning that in order for the ink to go through the printhead, it's first heated. It does cause some wear and tear on that printhead, and periodically you have to replace them. But even with this consumable part, your cost per label is quite inexpensive, and we'll cover that shortly. Epson, on the other hand, uses micro piezo technology. This is a cold technology. Micro piezo creates a spark, which in turn causes suction, which really pulls the ink through the printhead. Because the printhead doesn't get boiling hot, Epson deems that the printhead life is the life of the printer. So as long as your printer is under warranty, your printhead is covered. Now let's start with the Affinia L501, and this brand new printer uses a different printhead than the ones we talked about. This is an HP printhead, and this printer is unique from all of the others. This printer allows you to quickly swap out the printhead and the nested inks in the printhead and go from dye-based inks to pigment-based inks and back again. This unit takes large rolls and prints up to 5.2 inches per second. The value and flexibility of this unit is amazing. The Affinia L901 is a Memjet technology printer, and this unit was designed for integration. You can get optional finishing units for manufacturing lines. You can get optional peel and present units, and let me show you this on the Pacific Barcode website. So this is really a workhorse. This is a complete print and finishing unit utilizing that Affinia L901 that allows for printing, laminating, die cutting, waste removal, slitting, rewinding, and rolls that then you can put into any application process. Pacific Barcode is a VAR partner of Epson. This elite status is limited to those companies who act as a value-added reseller, providing a full spectrum of solutions for the customer. Epson's production printers include the C7500 series, and these pigment-based printers have the lowest consumable cost on the market and give us super high resolution at 12 inches per second. Has a built-in unwinder, and it also has, as you see in the picture, an optional integrated rewinder. Again, be sure to go to the Pacific Barcode website and watch some of the videos that we have on these units. Next is the Epson C7500 GE or Graphics Edition. Remember when we were talking about DPI? With soft rip software, you had the ability to control the color profiles and have better control of that, how that printer is applying the ink. So RIP stands for Raster Image Processing. If you need to match a Pantone, a specific Pantone color, having that soft rip software makes that a lot easier. For high mix, low to mid volume printing, the Epson C 3500, it's really a tremendous unit with a price point of way below a couple of grand. This pigment-based printer produces labels that won't fade, has individual ink cartridges that allows for keeping your ink costs down, and has what's called an optional spare in the air warranty, and this is cool. If something happens to your printer, you call Epson. Epson overnights you a replacement printer, which arrives the next day. You box up your old one and you ship it back to them. The Epson CA31, it's a larger format label printer that prints at the equivalent of 16.5 letter-sized pages a minute in color with a printable area of up to 8 by 22 inches. And this is perfect for chemical and drum labeling. Now, Pacific Barcode is the #1 reseller for VIP, with hundreds and hundreds of units placed worldwide. The VP 700 is a die-based printer perfect for high production printing at speeds up to 60 feet a minute. Exceptional print quality. Now, VIP's new unit is the VP 750, and kind of building on the proven technology of that VP 700, this one utilizes enhanced water-resistant printing technology that produces really vibrant colored labels. Really what the result is you get a color label that's perfect for chilled food and beverage, animal care, cleaning products, chemicals, pharma, and really any moisture-exposed product. Another brand new unit from VIP is the all-new VP 600. With some slight design changes, what they've done is they've separated the main body of the unit from that integrated unwinder. So now what we do is we provide the unit and a standalone unwinder, and because of this unique configuration, this allows for a high-quality MemJet printer under $5,000. One of the things that Pacific Barcode can provide also through some of our partners is a lease program. And if you want to get more information, contact your sales or customer service rep or go to the site, talk to us via live chat. There's request for information forms on almost every page. Give us a call, email us at sales@pacificbarcode.com. We're easy to get hold of. And let us know what you need, and we'll work with you every step of the way. Now, I mentioned that we can do print samples for you. We can do an ink cost analysis as well. So get us your artwork, let us know what printer you're interested in, and we can help you figure out what that label cost is going to be on a per label basis, including ink, label material itself, and any other consideration. So I really appreciate your time and attention today. If you have any questions at all, give us a call at 1-800-508-2535. Email us at sales@pacificbarcode.com, or just stop by the website and you can utilize the live chat function on the website. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care.